Start. Hi, everyone.
How's it going, man?
That's
Shit,
volume
chapter
11.
94. Nice.
This is 10 today.
No, I think they know. They were just saying for that specific one. That
Oh,
94
okay.
is one of them ones. 94, bet. We might as well just lock that one in. No poll.
I approve.
Monday. How's everybody's Monday or Sunday? If you're on Sunday right now.
Who's on Sunday still?
I mean, not Sunday. I meant Tuesday. My bad.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
I meant to ask how are people Sundays, but fuck it up.
Yeah. Okay. The dual reaction chapters that we're going to do today for you guys is 81 and 82.
Yep. Yo, someone, you weren't first this time. What happened? You don't let Kebab do that to you? Damn.
He unthroned you.
Wow.
Eduardo, welcome.
So last volume we got in the beginning of it, Funko was trying to get them communications going to get to Andy, let him know, hey. Well, first she was like everything's gonna be all right when she left, and then obviously when she was in that fortress within the big ass orca, she had to go through different members of Under. We finally got to meet some of the characters of Under, some of the members of Under. And then eventually we went to, which was a highlight of the last volume.
Woo.
Thank you for muting it. Good. But it was Unmoved and Unstoppable versus Undecrease. Wild stuff right there. Hey, they're the best duo, as they said. Hey, they might be the best duo in the series. We should do a stream like that though, talking about like what would be the best duo, the best negating duo.
I don't know. That'd be a difficult one.
It would. Yeah, they did their thing though, and it is still ridiculous how like Unstoppable works. When you want to stop, that's when you essentially launch forward. I wouldn't be able to do anything with that. Nah, just kill me.
I loved how in the anime they showed him having issues turning. In terms of when they were fighting Victor, he had to go all the way around the outside. And he was not able to stop on a dime because then that dime would have propelled him a quarter's worth in terms of his speed. So, all right. Yep. 94, a second person. Thank you, Lauren.
Nice. 94,
okay.
Would that be the next volume, or is that in the beginning of the one after that?
It is going to be the next volume.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, because we're going to 88. Oh yeah, for sure. Middle. Nice.
Okay.
It's Mr. Twitchy 94.
Okay.
94, Mr.
Okay.
You might be obligated to go crazy for that one.
Yeah.
All right. I guess you could start us off with this again.
Okay, so we're going to start today, guys, with chapter 80. Vontae's going to read 81 while I go on mute. I'll read 81, so on and so forth for 82. And then we're going to alternate from 83 to 88. And then before I get started, just a quick volume check with everyone. I think we're pretty good here on our end, but just to make sure you guys are experiencing the same thing we are.
Mm-hmm. We're good today, guys. I know it might be a little on my end, it's a problem that goes with any headset, earphone I got. Don't worry about it.
As soon as I see that first comment, I'm starting. Thumbs up, okay. Bad, terrible.
Wonder how much chat delay is there, because I know you can set it differently. It's like 25 seconds, or less than that.
All right, backseat with an emote. Eduardo, another emote. Agoo.
Lauren, I can't read back. All right. So we got some new people here too. There's 2 new people.
We do.
I feel like. All right.
All right.
Go ahead and get started.
Okay. Chapter 80. I love you, Fuko, as Andy shoots up. Andy shoots his katana hand towards Billy. Oof. Double spread this early? Goddamn. Chapter 80. It's hard letting go. Foolish. I'll just stop him with unmove. Shrapnel's hitting him? He got my leg. A way to combat unmove, huh? Interesting. Okay, so then it seems that Chikara pushed past his limits, because whenever you have, I guess, an injury or something to, essentially distract you from using it. Oh, because they got both of his legs. I see. Okay. Load these with unluck. Did he bring fingers with him? Got it. Okay, she grabbed whatever was in his hand. He looks over. Yusai's coming in with yoit. Hey, nice katana. Okay. Oh, is it on fire? Long time no see, Master Yusai. Pew, pew, pew. Unluck bullets? Nah, this team up is the best. Legitimately. Unluck infused fingers. When did they pull off this combo? Yusai, care to explain why your swordplay seemed hesitant? Those two. Where would the harm be in leaving them to handle Spring? No chance. Unluck that relies on the action of others can't possibly kill Spring up at the top. I'm going after Undead. I made sure to give Billy's legs some nasty cuts so they're harder to regenerate. That should help us buy a little time. So, while we have the chance... So, did you miss me, huh? Yeah. You adorable little cinnamon rolls. You did good. Thanks to you, Winter didn't end up causing any damage, and I was able to come into this operation with a plan. I can tell you've gotten stronger. Andy, how did you feel all this time apart? I felt like death was around the corner. Whoa, there's a lot behind those lines. Wait, around the corner from me? I'd appreciate it if you didn't underestimate me. Believe it or not, I was handling myself just fine. Man, words are hard. Oh, that reminds me. When you saved me earlier, you were saying something, weren't you? I couldn't really hear it, though. Ah, yes, the love confession, being said in the background with fireworks. I said you sure got pretty, Fuko. You're lying. That didn't match your lip flaps. I think the Funko part did, but still, why are you lying? Whap, 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 whap. You've got some damn good eyes. Ah, well. Listen, once this operation is over, final words, we'll talk. An important talk. So let's hurry up, take down Spring with a bang, and put an end to all this. Okay, let's... Wait, is the tower starting to lean? Zounds! How very odd! This tower I stand upon now leans ever so! I think it was someone that said he speaks in haikus, which is amazing. Haikus, not haiku. Sorry. This is a certain architect's ability. It negates the balance of buildings. The Union's abilities aren't the only ones I can use. Unbalance as he floats while touching it? Hand over Unluck. Neither of you can utilize that ability. He's freaking floating. What kind of ability is that? Andy, let me go. Billy takes out his hand. He deactivated the ability. This is like Gentle from My Hero. It just flung back into place. I figured, Sprung, that you release your grip, Undead. If you had kept holding on, then the recoil would have flung you both into the distance. You would have likely made it back alive, but Unluck would have likely died, unmoved. Now, neither of you can move because you decided to stay here. Having something to protect breeds vulnerabilities. That's why you two are weak. You know, it's hard letting go. Pulled a little sneaky on you. But she's gotten so damn strong on her own. Shout out to Clothy with the little zip line. Thank you, Clothy. Woo! I believe in you, Fuko. With how you are now, I know you can beat Spring. Those are high words of praise. So great.
When you said gentle criminal, I definitely I was like, oh, yep, for sure. I like how they how the mangaka did that too, like the little after image of it moving like that and then going back into place. That was dope. I don't know if I'm ready for this, man. I feel like some crazy shit about to start happening. I mean, it's already been crazy, but like I can feel it. Oh man. But yeah, that was cute between Andy and Fuko. Gotta love it. Once again, I commend this mangaka for not making things weird, like a weird type of romance or somebody being too shy. Like, you know, we see that trope in shonen a lot to the point where it's like, okay, like, can we ever have like a normal type of relationship building up rather than like going with that same trope over and over? So it's refreshing. Even though it shouldn't be a norm.
I don't dislike the fact that Andy didn't actually say it because he was more so saying that for himself in the last chapter. He'll have his own, you know, kind of personal interaction with Fuko to where he's going to tell her that himself. But yeah, I'm actually not that upset with how it was handled this chapter.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, switcheroo.
Mm-hmm. So we on 81, which is the first chapter of the duo react. So I'll let Twitchy know when I'm done with this chapter. Ooh, okay. The cover page, fire. I like that a lot. The cherry blossoms, the attires from Fuko with the kimono. Yeah, they looking dope. They look clean. And once again, Spring Uma my favorite looking Uma so far. I can't wait until we see more of them, but definitely my favorite so far. Not gonna lie. Chapter's called One on One. Oh shit. Okay, I see why this is one of the ones that we're duo reacting to. Damn. Okay. Until Fugo makes it up to spring, I'm going to you fool. Hey, stop this guy. Where you looking, bud? Oh, got him. He gouged the fuck out of Billy. God damn. But he's gonna regenerate obviously with Undead. God, Fuko the katana. Here, catch. No, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll take your head right here and now, Billy. It's one. And by the way, if you see that I'm out of sync with my camera and my mic, the reason why is because I'm using my tablet and using my phone. So it's two different things going on at once. So if there is a delay, disregard it. Just disregard it. Anyway, I'll take your head right here and right now, Billy. It's one on one. Undead versus undead. Let's see who can take the other's head. Yeah, I agree. Ah shit. Let's do just that. He's used unbalance again. The ability to throw off the balance of buildings must be unbalanced. Is the requirement touching stuff with his right hand, so he plans on crushing me to death and coming along for the ride. Yeah, I didn't even think about it, but this fight, Undead versus Undead, can look very fucking gruesome. I mean, we already saw an eye gouge in the beginning of the goddamn battle, so you know it's gonna get crazy. That's one fine. That's one fine battle ability you got there. Where is he? No way, he just laid there and got squashed. Did he accelerate away with Unstoppable? And I like that Andy once again. I love that Andy has a high battle IQ because you know a lot of times when it comes to like protagonists, or since him and Focal both are like essentially our protagonists, they always gotta be like dumb. You know what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate Deku with his high battle IQ, and I appreciate that with Andy because he has a lot of experience. He's been alive for a long time, 200 years or so. So plus with the Victor, he got Victor traits within him. I'm sure that also plays a part. But it's just cool that he thought, oh, he probably used Top's move or Top's ability. And you see the spring, the cherry blossom on his arm. That looks crazy as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. You're looking up springs, flower petals. Yep. Crushing me with the building was just a bluff. He was really banking on the petals that turn you into a cherry tree on contact that come wafting down after. Well, in that case, boom, he cut his arms off, or he disjointed. What? Yeah, Andy be doing some crazy shit. Or is he like blasting it? Whoa! I'll coat the petals in the air with blood. Wow! I won't be touching them directly so long as they're encased in this film of blood. That's crazy. And here comes Billy. The weight of the blood makes the petals fall quicker. Ooh, and then he eye gouged him back. I said it's gonna be a fucking visceral, crazy ass fight, bro. God damn. And then he uses unstoppable while he's gouging his eyes out. What the fuck is that? I see now. Grinding me down from the legs like this works better than trying to score some measly damage, but not on my watch, pal. Dead Blade. Ooh, okay. Claymore. Ooh, nice. Chopped off his arm. Look at that boy Billy face. He getting frustrated. Crushing me to death, turning me into a cherry blossom, grinding me down. He's hitting the undead ability's weak spots. He probably used his own body to research how to pin me down. Not bad, but I'm starting to figure out his abilities too. Currently, the amount of abilities he can use by my count is 6. Acceleration ability, unstoppable. His own copy ability, uninvested. Okay, so that's obviously what we don't know yet. Negates the balance of the buildings, unbalanced. Negates the movements of things in the sight, unmoved. And my own ability, undead. Right. Okay. And no telling what else he fucking has. So I'm assuming we're about to probably see something new, probably. That's what it seems like we're building up to. Billy didn't use Injustice on me. If I believe what Juice said, that he can't use Injustice anymore. After all, he hasn't been using it against me either. Right. That just leaves the one he used when he chased after us, the floating ability. I'm betting these 6 are all of his abilities. He's not using it in battle. Is it just used for movement then? I can do this. What? His eyes still haven't healed. Now that he can't use unmovability, this is the fastest swing that I've got. Through his fucking spine. That fucking katana through his spine. That's crazy. It's like he's using it as a sheath. That is wild. Using your own spine as a fucking sheath to give more speed to that swing is wild. He has no way to defend himself. repair boost, spine sheath. Yeah, so I knew it. He used it as a fucking sheath. Choke on this. Great deep crimson crescent moon. Ooh, I can already see the little stop, the little pause that David Productions be doing with the sound design. That is wild. God, he's splitting through buildings with that shit. Whoa, damn. Ah, nuts. I let too much blood rip. Now then, time to claim the traitor's head. Okay, he stopped. Did he use unmove on him or something? This sensation is, yep, is unmove. I'm being stopped front and center. Is he still standing right in front of me? How? He was in my slashes range. This was going to be my ace in the hole to subdue you while you were off your guard. That wasn't a floating ability at all. That ability is his sixth ability is 50 years ago. Oh shit. Billy flashback? Oh shit. This was the one and only ability that caught you Undead. Unchanged. Wow, I didn't even think of that. Oh, whoa. I'll be using this for myself, Gina. I'll stop you with unmove and wrap you up with unchanging air. Checkmate, Undead. Well, how about a little kiss for now? Wow. Thanks, Gina. Unmove and unchanged are only stopping me from the front, which means all I gotta do is take the part that's getting stopped and peel the sucker off. What the fuck? This man is crazy, dog. What? Okay, let's bring in some change, Billy. Wow, I see why y'all wanted us to react to this. That's wild. God damn. Whew. All right, let me go to the chat real quick. People saying this stuff, and then I'll let Twitchy know that I'm done. That was wild. Wow. Damn. That was a wild chapter, y'all. Man. Okay, I haven't said much. Fire, hell yeah, fire. It was good, bro. It was good. Damn. See, when I was talking about battle IQ early on in the chapter, I love that. I love when characters can, like Andy, he is a buffoon. Like just normally he's a weird kind of guy. He's bizarre. But he's smart. He has a very high battle IQ, so he knows what he needs to do in order to get, the one up on somebody. And he has really good hypothesis about, especially against Billy, somebody that literally is like a jack of all trades. It's kind of hard to see, to combat against that because you don't know. Just like right here with this ability, having unchanged Gina's ability, wild, wild. And right, how could that feel? That peeling, like peeling through your skin, like nah, I don't even want to know how to fuck that. Man, think about like on the corner of your finger, and when you have them little nails that do that little hang nails, that, but like on your body, over your body. That's crazy. Hell no. All right, let me get Twitchy in here real quick. Hold on, let me boom. Let me let him know real quick. Hold on a second, my phone is lagging. This shit is hot because the camera was on. You know what? I'll just do it from the tablet. I'll just do it from the damn tablet. My phone is.
Alrighty. It is time for 81.
All right, take it away.
Oh, Uma Summer. Why do I keep saying summer? Uma Spring looks incredible, and I love the outfit from Funko. It is just traditional Japanese to the utmost. 1-on-1. Until Fuko makes it up to spring, I'm going to, you fool. Hey, stop this guy. Where are you looking, bud? Ah! I have a thing for eyes. Why? God is right. Fuko, the katana, on it. Here, catch. No, actually, you know what I'll do? What the hell? I'll take your head right here and now, Billy. It's 1-on-1. Undead versus undead. Let's see who can take the other's head. Yes, I agree. Unbalance. All the buildings are coming back down. The ability to throw off the balance of buildings must be unbalanced. Duh. Is the requirement touching stuff with his right hand? So he plans on crushing me to death and coming along for the ride? That's one fine battle ability you got there. Where is he? No way. He just laid there and got squashed. Did he accelerate a wave with Unstoppable? Andy's turning into the tree. Spring's flower petals. Crushing me with the building was just a bluff. He was really banking on the petals that turn you into a cherry tree on contact that'd come wafting down after. Well, in that case, is that a rock that he just broke it off? Goodness. Blah. Making it rain the blood. I'll coat the petals in the air with blood. I won't be touching them directly, so long as they're encased in this film of blood. That is some nasty work there, Andy. The weight of the blood makes the petals fall quicker. Not the double eyeball! Come on, guys! Skirt, skirt! Unstoppable. I see now. Grinding me down from the legs like this works better than trying to score some measly damage. He's taking them bowling, but not on my watch, pal. Dead to blade! Claymore! Ho-ho! He turned it into a sword. That's crazy. Crushing me to death, turning me into a cherry tree, grinding me down. He's hitting the undead ability's weak spots. He probably used his own body to research how to pin me down. Not bad. But I'm starting to figure out his abilities too. This is something I noticed I have not brought up until this very point. I think Billy can only use one copied ability at a time. So if he's focused on healing, that's when you can attack him. If he's using another ability, that's your chance to either defend or get away. Currently, the amount of abilities he can use by my count is 6. Acceleration ability, Unstoppable. His own ability, Unspoiled. Negates the balance of buildings, Unbalance. Negates the movements of things in his sight, Unmove. And my own ability, Undead. Billy didn't use Unjustice on me. If I believe what Juiz said, then he can't use Unjustice anymore. Or it could be a feint. Something to keep in mind. After all, he hasn't been using it against me either. That just leaves the one he used when he chased after us, the floating ability. I'm betting these 6 are all of his abilities. He's not using it in battle. Is it just used for movement then? I can do this. What? His eyes still haven't healed. Now that he can't use the unmove ability, this is the fastest swing that I've got. He has no way to defend himself. Repair boost. Spine sheath. Whoa! Choke on this as Billy's eyes are starting to squint open. Oh god, I double spread. Great deep crimson crescent moon. Zetsuga. No! Ah, nuts. I let too much blood rip. Now then, time to claim the traitor's head. Huh? The sensation is unmoved. I'm being stopped front and center. Is he still standing right in front of me? How? He was in my slash's range. You. This was going to be my... He's got a Shinra Tensei! I said that in one of the other ones. To subdue you while you were off your guard. That wasn't a floating ability at all. Is this Unchange? That ability is... His 6 ability is 50 years ago. Ah. This was the one and only ability that caught you, Undead. Unchange. I'll be using this for myself, Gina. I'll stop you with Unmove and wrap you up with Unchanging Air. Checkmate, Undead. Well, how about a little kiss for now? Thanks, Gina. What the hell? Another double spread. What the hell? I just saw this. Whatever this is. I didn't even get to read the text yet. Unmove and Unchange are only stopping me from the front, which means all I got to do is take the part that's getting stopped and peel the sucker off. Okay, let's bring in some change, Billy. Bruh. What is this?
Bruh. Man. Eye gouging, using your spine as a fucking sheath, peeling through your own skin, Unchange's back, Billy's using that ability. Yeah, it's there's a lot that went on this chapter. I can see why this was a choice. Cause man, I can't even imagine how that would even feel through your skin like that.
I'm looking at Andy remove his skin voluntarily.
Oh yeah, Sherman's in the background.
Oh, let me add him.
When I was trying to text you, I was trying to use my phone. My phone had paused, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So I'm like, "You know what? I'm not putting it back on again." Next time, I'm gonna have to just do it everything through the tablet, and then just leave the phone camera as it is. Because yeah.
Oh, his eyes were left over. Oh, you're right. This was not my chapter. How do you even think of that?
Billy with unseen is too. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that. Oh my god.
I knew he was kind of hiding at least one ability away. Because whenever you have multiple abilities, it's always a question of how many. And if you let people think that you have less than you actually have, that's where you gain the advantage.
Yep.
It was the perfect ability to hide, too.
Yeah. And when Andy was saying, when he was like deducting the situation, I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna have another one, like for sure. Damn. They really eye gouging. That's like one of the craziest shit you could ever do in a fight, is to gouge at somebody's eyes.
He's over here floating like Bleach.
That was a very Bleach coded chapter, like you said, with the Getsuka. I was like, yeah, that's it do look like that. The crescent moon. Hey, don't say that, Cookie. Stop it there. No more details.
Nope. We're moving on. Next.
All right. Chapter 82. The last one of the dual react chapters. And then we'll be alternating as we did for 80 and other streams. So let me get into 82 right now. Oh my god, last page again. Flip to 82. All right. Let's bring in some change, Billy. Change what? Ain't it obvious? Which you've seen through those rotten eyes of yours. The potential that negators hold. What the fuck? What am I looking at? You're not getting away. Try to impede my vision by making a screen of blood, will you? Oh my god. Look at that shot. Now that shot reminds me of that really reminds me of Shinra Tensei. Like from the sky point of view looking down on the Konoha village. That's what that reminds me of. God damn. I wonder if these references are like for like real or we just reaching. I don't know if we're reaching or not, but I always like inspiration in any manga. It's always fire. I see he's trying to wrangle me in by breaking down things from outside areas. It's going to be a matter of time before this spot gets crushed too. Now that I know that he can use Unchanged, I can't afford to make another mistake. Bro, he looks so crazy. Like seeing his muscles and tendons is wild. He steals mobility with unbalanced, attacks with unstoppable, while eliminating the drawback with undead. Locks you down with unmove and ensures the capture with unchanged. I mean, the more that I think about it, the more I'm like, you know what? I guess Billy isn't as crazy as I used to think because of the fact that he can use all these different abilities. Like seeing it more and more. Like if you were like him, you would think, you know what? I could probably beat God. I mean, technically, I wouldn't think like that, but I would still think I have the best chance because I mean, bro, I got so many abilities on me, at least up to like 6. So. But still, anyway, you've got it all figured out. It's perfect, Billy. Which is exactly why I'm going to negate you. That is a hard line. I'm going to negate you. Negation abilities get stronger as your mind develops. They get thrust upon you with crappy mistakes and get stronger as you confront your past and present. That was something that I thought about earlier today. I was thinking about like, okay, God gives these people these abilities in the absolute worst time ever, like with Top, for example, him wanting to literally stop and not go fast in a race so that his friends can win, made him like he gave him the ability, and then boom, it happened. What happened that happened, and it's interesting. From that moment on, you just have to learn how to control your own ability. So it's like, I don't know. God is interesting with that. The first time is going to be the worst time, and everything after that, it won't get as bad as that. At least that's what it kind of seems to be. But as long as you get better with it. But anyway, that's something you don't understand. This is actually really fire dialogue from Andy. Might be one of my favorites in the series so far from him. But I'll show you what the potential that negators hold is all about. Look at him. Bro. What the hell? Is he like just covered in blood? Like what is like the way that he looks is crazy. I figured you were concocting a plan, but it's useless so long as I have unchanging air. Your attacks won't reach me, and not only that, but you will just be stopped by unmove. This game's over. A shell made out of blood. Yeah, a shell of fucking blood. He literally clotted his blood. Hey man, I always talk about how my boy Choso and JJK, how he be so fired the ways that he be doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go into it because my boy Twitchy, he's not caught up with JJK. Well, he can't hear me anyway. But anyway, yeah, Andy, he's on a different level. He clotted his whole body. He made clones. You made clones? Yeah, it ain't no biggie. He's on some Victor shit now. Like, and in terms of his versatility with that ability, I tear off all my skin and form a coat of blood. Once it gets targeted by unmove, I shed that coat and circle behind him. Wow. That is wild. Dead shadow. That's a cool name. They're just life-size scavs. You damned madman, but it's still no use. Not in the face of my unchanged barrier. This is just a distraction. Here's what I'm really after. Dead roll. God damn, that panel is fire. Holy shit. God damn. He pushed me to the river. Water is seeping in from the barrier's air hole. I'll asphyxiate if I keep the barrier up. Unchanged, deactivate. Okay, boom. Ooh, that's fire. Look, ooh, that's a fire panel. That's like a cover page, color page type of panel. Even a volume cover panel. That's fire. That's cool as hell. I love the juxtaposition between the white and the black. Wow, he's at point blank range. I didn't even peep that Billy had the gun up pointed at him too. I didn't even peep that. Whoa. You should have kept unchanged, active, and fought underwater while choking. That's what I would have done being undead. You regenerate slower than me. Damage to your brain becomes a fatal flaw. Then why won't you shoot? Because now you know, right? Negation powers can only be used to their max potential by their ability users. The time and experiences they confront expand their abilities, interpretation, and yield power. Yes, you're right. I'm a negator too. Your logic is sound, but not all negators are as strong as you. Some lose heart, some take their own lives. Ability users will suffer more in proportion to the greatness of their ability. There's no need for them to struggle. All weak negators need to do is live and keep being used by me. Oh my God. The only ones who should face God are the strong. So this is like it reminds me of something I'm trying to think about. It reminds me of well, kind of like also with JJK, like with Ghetto, his whole mentality about like when it comes to sorcerers, everybody else, all the quote unquote monkeys, they like nah, they ain't it. But if the strongest live and survive, they're the ones who are deserving of this world. Some might not make it back alive. Unlike Umas, they're going to strategize too. I can't expect the kids to be able to adapt on the fly. Agreed. But guess what? All of us, we are strong. Ooh. If you think I'm lying, just look with your own eyes. The cherry trees are wilting. No, it's more like they're collecting at the top of the tower. If it's the same as spoil or autumn, I guess it's a sign it's taking things seriously. Fuko must have made it up there. That means I've served our purpose. I love it. Once again, I love this dialogue from Andy in this chapter because honestly, for the most part, we've gotten like a lot of this kind of stuff with Foucault, her like changing people's mentality and whatnot. And Andy was like an assist in that. But now we're finally seeing Andy actually like not only is he just out there, battling it out with Billy, but he's also talking to him, like telling him what's you know that what he's saying is kind of not. It's like yeah, you have some merit into what you're saying, but you're not right. You're incorrect in this situation. Like my logic beats your logic because it kind of just simply does. Now let's do some blossom viewing. Hurry up and wrap me in unchanged. What the? What's your game here? What'd you mean? What? I gotta do this or else I can't prove squat to you. Prove what? I ain't going to be able to change this, so we should take a look at Fugo together. Okay. Okay. Because he's like, yeah, he ain't gonna let Fuko go. His whole mentality he's stubborn. Billy is stubborn. So he's like, all right, well, at least we can do this right here. I'm positive that she'll be able to change it. And then there's the Fuko. That's funny. I was just talking about how he was trying to change Victor. I mean, I'm about to say Victor, Billy's mentality, and how Fuko's always the one that does that. But I also like this too, though. He's like, well, I tried. Now, Fuko, she got it though. She the one that really be changing some shit. But I do really enjoy that Andy he is able to you know attempt at it because we don't really see him ever do that. But yeah, spring design is really fun. That's my favorite Uma by far. I'll say Burn is under him, but other than that, he's easily the best. Clothy's reaction, I didn't even peep that. She'll be able to change it. Yeah. Oh my god, bro. Damn. All right, Twitchy. Let me send him a text. And it'll be his turn. All right, go back. That was good. That was a really good chapter. All right, take it away.
Here we go. Okay, let's bring in some change, Billy. Change what? Ain't it obvious? What you've seen through those rotten eyes of yours? The potential that negators hold. He just turned liquid. Take a look. You're not getting away. Trying to impede my vision by making a screen of blood, will you? What are you doing, Billy? Are you unbalancing the ground? I see. He's trying to wrangle me in by breaking down things from the outside areas. It's going to be a matter of time before this spot gets crushed too. Now that I know that he can use Unchange, I can't afford to make another mistake. Is that really a mistake, or is Billy just OPAF? He steals mobility with Unbalance, attacks with Unstoppable, while eliminating the drawback with Undead, locks you down with Unmove, and ensures the capture with Unchange. You've got it all figured out. It's perfect, Billy, which is exactly why I'm going to negate you. What are you doing, Hannibal Lecter? You're taking off skin pieces so you're nothing but flesh? Well, skin is technically flesh. You're technically nothing but muscles and tendons? Negation abilities get stronger as your mind develops. They get thrust upon you with crappy mistakes and get stronger as you confront your past and present. Which also might be kind of like a comment on like why God makes them kill someone close to them when they get their abilities the first time, but who's to say? That's something you don't understand. But I'll show you what the potential that negators hold is all about. He coated himself in a reoccurring blood loss shield armor? What? Okay. I figured you were concocting a plan, but it's useless. So long as I have unchanging air, ching, your attacks won't reach me. And not only that, but you'll just be stopped by Unmove. The game's over. A shell made out of blood? Ching! You made clones? Yeah, it ain't no biggie. I am so impressed with Andy. It's ridiculous. I tear off all my skin and form a coat of blood. Once it gets targeted by Unmove, I shed that coat and circle behind him. Dead shadow. They're just life-sized scabs. You damned madman. But it's still no use. Not in the face of my unchanged barrier. This is just a distraction. Here's what I'm really after. Dead road! Wow. I love the juxtaposition between the white blast of air, I'm assuming, the dark blood, the red in the very center, which is more so of a gray, and then the black kind of swirling pattern on the outside to give it momentum. And then on the back, you can see Billy backing up, It's just immaculate paneling. He pushed me to the river. Okay, so that's water. Water is seeping in from the barrier's air hole. I'll asphyxiate if I keep the barrier up. Unchanged, deactivate as he swims up. But something's coming in. It's Andy. Oh, they've got a Mexican standoff. You should have kept Unchanged active and fought while underwater while choking. That's what I would have done being undead. You regenerate slower than me. Damage to your brain becomes a fatal flaw. Then why won't you shoot? Because now you know, right? Negation powers can only be used to their max potential by their ability users. The time and experiences they confront expand their abilities' interpretation and yield power. Okay. Yes, you're right. I'm a negator too. Your logic is sound, but not all negators are as strong as you. Some lose heart. Some take their own lives. Ability users will suffer more in proportion to the greatness of their ability. There's no need for them to struggle. All weak negators need to do is live and keep being used by me. The only ones who should face God are the strong. Some might not make it back alive. Unlike Umas, they're going to strategize too. I can't expect the kids to be able to adapt on the fly. Agreed. But guess what? All of us, we are strong. If you think I'm lying, just look with your own eyes. The cherry trees are wilting. No, it's more like they're collecting at the top of the tower. If it's the same as spoil or autumn, I'd guess it's a sign it's taking things seriously. Fuko must have made it up there. That means I've served our purpose. Shook. Now, let's go do some blossom viewing. Hurry up and wrap me in Unchanged. Time's a wasting. What the? What's your game here? What do you mean, what? I gotta do this or else I can't prove squat to you. Prove what? I ain't gonna be able to change you. So we should take a look at Fuko together. I'm positive that she'll be able to change you. She is wearing a clothy version of the ABC robes, anti-blossom something, that I read in the chapter extra that Nico developed. And that's what those gold little flecks, it was the cherry blossoms being, I guess, deflected, for lack of a better term. Anti-blossom something. Close. There we go. Thank you, Sherm. All right, that is the end of the chapter. That was pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. I was saying I like that. This is like the first time we've seen Andy in like Fuko's role, where he tries to pretty much like channel somebody's philosophy. Usually, we just seen him aid Fuko in the fight, and then Fuko is the one that kind of, you know, like against Gina, for example. It's like the best example I can use for that. But in this case, though, he tried, but he's like, you know what, Fuko, she got it. She she got it. She can finish it. I can give her the alley-oop. That's kind of my position here. But I just like the fact that, like, this entire chapter is probably my favorite dialogue from Andy in the series so far. Like, from his plan of with the whole fucking shadow clone jutsu of fucking scabs, like as Billy said, life-size scabs, and the whole blood coating over. Like, even from that, when he was walking through the building and stuff, and like thinking about his next move, and then going all the way into fighting Billy, and then also with the whole in their little standoff, the dialogue there, my favorite from him so far in the series.
It was very pure. it wasn't like he was trying to, you know, preach from his high horse in terms of his beliefs versus Billy's beliefs. Like, that's just one thing nowadays. I'm not going to preach too much on this particular subject, but there's not a lot of compromise nowadays. People are just so entrenched in their different opinions. And I myself, I fall victim to that as well. But I love how Andy, he just stated his case and he realized he wasn't going to change Billy's mind. So he's like, hey, let me show you to the woman that changed my mind about my whole perspective on life. And I just love the dynamic of him believing in her enough to change Billy.
Yeah. It's funny how the last chapter I mentioned Shimmer Tensei. You go, Sean?
Oh, I was just saying Andy's faith in Fuko is just amazing.
Yep. But that Shimmer Tensei, I feel like if you see in page 3 of the chapter, that definitely reminds. When you said that last chapter, this one was like, okay, yeah, I can see it here too. I think the mangaka purposely did that between the last one and this one with the Bleach and Naruto. I don't know, something about it did seem. And no, I'm not a person, but oh my god, he's copying. No, I love that shit. I don't know
this
why.
This is like an ode. It's not copying it. It's not one for one.
Literally. Because some people, I don't know, they can't. They don't understand the difference between the two.
Dead Shadow. Is that my favorite move from Andy? It might be.
Low-key, I think so too. I like it. It looks clean as hell. It looks clean.
I can only imagine what that's going to look like in full color and animated.
I hope that they really make it very dark blood. Like, don't make it just like regular standard. Like, it has to look like Claudia, like very dark. All right, what are we on? 83 now?
Yep.
All right, now guys, we're gonna switch to the alternating between the chapters. So we're both gonna be following along when the other one is reading. So let's get into 83. 83. Open this back up. Okay.
We'll talk about that at the end, Mad Mata.
Oh yeah, for sure. This. All right, 83. All right. Chapter 83. The lives you wager shall be. Union headquarters. Our attacks via satellite are not working. Any and all attacks are being nullified. Fuko Azumo has made contact with Spring atop the tower. She what? Fuko's on her own. Where are the others? Probably engaging with Under. We won't be able to provide support unless we do something about those cherry blossom trees. And the boss gave orders to damage them as little as possible. In the end, it's always negators risking their lives. How come here alone? How come you come here alone? Should that be called courageous or simply foolish? Don't you dare mock me this way, trite human vessel. I've come to talk to you. Nani? Talk with Uma. With Uma. Though I'm guessing this is to boost the force of her own luck. What the? She's going to try a likability boost now? It's too dangerous that this thing is in his phase 2 form. Oh, Fuko. I had been watching the entire time because I wanted to get to know you. When I did, I saw that you were always atop this tower. You watch people turn into cherry blossoms as you drink sake all the while. At first, I thought it was because you found them, because you found it amusing. But once night came, you looked extremely lonely. Damn, I like that with the cup being emptied or damn near emptied, and the cherry blossoms, little petals falling on it. Since you didn't directly attack people, maybe you just had something you needed to talk about. That's what crossed my mind, at least. Makes sense. Makes a little sense, I guess. So long as you're a quest objective Uma, we're going to have to defeat you. But before that, I like to have a little chat. How can she be so carefree? They're like, what kind of approach is this? Ha 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 ha. I just hear Kaido with this. Kaido drinking and then saying he's big as hell like Kaido. I can see that. I mean jump rope, my bad. If you know, you know. Anyway, a human wishes to chat with me. Uma, well, you're dressed in carry things that are made by man, like parasols and wooden geta sandals. Here are the names of those whose lives were claimed after defeat by my hand. I'm I'm Olden Edo. Cherry trees were deviled as being sinister. The falling petals were seen as harbingers of demise, signs of ill omen. Hence, they were revealed, reveled. Shut up. All right. When I was found, when I was found out as a demon that blossoms by the likes of man, they would give chase to slay me, wishing dead all the while. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. That's really interesting. This is different. This is real different. This backstory for Uma in this way. Just for that reason, cherry trees are the things that I turned all of them into. Those who approached me lacking means of measures were turned into blossoms. Those who dare to claim that the spring blossoms carry bad luck, I have employed a game of chance and have bested them. Hence, should you too oppose my luck will prevail. To oppose me, my luck will prevail. I get it. I get why you hate humans and why you're fixated on games of chance. But just let me say this: I love cherry blossoms. I should have called that out. I knew she was gonna say that. I was thinking that when she first said she just wanted to talk, she was gonna say something like that about cherry blossoms, like liking it. A long time ago, there were wars, and everyone was sensitive about death. That's why they started associating it with the fleeting nature of cherry blossoms. Nowadays, people are focused on new encounters and new journeys, and it's cherry blossoms in spring that help evoke that imagery. There are things I've always envied, Fuko. I negate the luck of anyone I touch. Unlook. Hmm. I love that panel right there too. I love panels like that. Character side by side, shot from I like that. I tried my best to attend school till middle school, but I dropped out halfway. I didn't go to high school either. Whenever I would look out my window as I stayed cooped up in my room in the spring, I'd see these beautiful cherry blossoms and the sight of people happily enjoying the springtime of their youths. I'm sure that someone you don't know who loves spring changed the perception of it. So that spring itself is the reason. I mean, is the season for new encounters. What I'm trying to say is that boy he tweaking out. Yeah, what's the matter? Abnormality detected in spring. What? It looks like it's in pain. Run away, huh? Run away! No, that. Oh what? Oh he about to. Wait, did he just transform? Yeah, his horns changed, or they turned to black because they were like white at first. Oh yeah, he did. It looked like he did. Oh yep. This is the gambling den of the mighty blossoms. The score shall be settled in a decisive 3-round match. The lives you wager shall be 100,000 total. Phase three. Oh, I said that before. I'm like, there has to be a phase three. When it comes to number sequences, I'm like, there's always a one, a two, and at least a three. At the very least, it got to be a three. There's no such thing as one and two. Phase three. Humas are in their complete forms at two, aren't they? Wait, did he say 100,000 lives? Will my life alone not do? Most certainly not. Should you win this bet, the blossoms' lives and my core shall be yours to take. Should you lose, the lives you have wagered shall join the bevy of blossoms. Now then, come hitcher those who shall serve as this girl's capital for come forth. Think it, and your body will turn into money. 100,000, eh? Think the union can cover it? Of course it can. If we get it, every branch together will have change to spare. Do none dare step up, nay, none of you are able are able, such is man's nature. None shall dare wager their lives on the likes of a mere child. I'm sure that you have a heart capable of caring for someone. If you do, I can reach it. And she's saying about when he said run away. Because, like, why would you warn me to run away? Like, come on. You feel a little indifferent. There's something in your heart. I can beat you with my own luck. Everyone at the union, please, so that I can get to know spring more, so that I can get to live to love spring more. Okay, they cheering. Okay, got it. So I asked you, please. Oh wait, she doing some spirit bomb shit, basically. Wow, we talked about this off camera before. Literally, I think it was like yesterday or the day before. What's that? Put your lives in my hands. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, boom, got it. They turn into okay. Roger, that is the spirit. Now come and we shall begin. Let round one commence. Things are about to kick off. Oh my god, what a chapter, bro! What a chapter. She
That
stood on
I
business.
kid you not. I kid you not. That might be my favorite chapter of the series.
Oh really?
I'm not overstating that. It had the.
It's one of those.
It's one of those to where you can see the villain and their ideology, how they got to that point. And then I want you to go back and look at a certain page because there's something I talked to you and Sherm about earlier today. So it's going to be page 13. 12/13.
12/13. Okay, boom. I negate the luck of anyone I touch. For looking outside cherry blossoms. And okay,
I see exactly what you're saying.
Side of people. Perception of spring.
So it's specifically the panel to where he says, "What I'm trying to say is."
Oh, well, I'm trying. Oh, okay.
And then the next page. God is intervening. He gave Uma Spring a third form.
Oh, yeah, I see the shadow. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
And then we were talking about the spirit bomb. Like, Uma Spring doesn't want to do this, but Uma Spring is because the creator is able to manipulate the created. It has the tragic backstory of being hunted by humans. Fuko putting the lives of everyone that she saved with Uma Winter. So it's like, this is just perfect. I love this chapter so much.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. It's in the top 5.
Damn.
This entire arc with Spring is peak. I'm telling you.
It's interesting though. I love Fuko's approach to everything.
Results. We're so all over the place.
Yeah. Yep. Or one day say, you know what? All of them are like this. Every single chapter. That would be a long ass stream. Nah, that was good, man. Damn.
I'm just
but yeah,
so happy
definitely Kaido VA. It gotta be. He even has the stance, the yo.
Yeah, yo.
Typical. Yo. And that was interesting too about his backstory. That was different, quite different from what we've seen.
Well, and you can just tell how human culture changes and how there are certain things that humans don't understand over the years that as we gain understanding. So let's just say like leprosy, for example. They used to be shipped off to literal islands for exile. Now it's just like, that's just something we can cure with medicine. And I can only imagine what these Umas have been through in their all respective loops throughout history. Does he have to suffer this type of indignation and like violence from humans every loop? Oof.
Which is kind of unfortunate too, because like it can like depending on the loop and like the time period, they can be birthed at like whatever time, depending on like penalties and whatnot. And then they still have to experience everything the same way, no matter if they live for thousands of years, hundreds of years, a few days. It's like it's always gonna be something, because either A, there are people out there to try to kill them, like negators trying to kill them, and B, you know, like with his flashback, or just humans just in general from years back in different time periods and stuff. So they're always being sought and hunted all the time, pretty much, since birth.
Well, not only that, but it seems like there's also a discrimination between the Umas themselves, because if Uma Burn always gets to live the longest, and humans literally cannot afford to kill Uma Burn gets to live a free life. a long free life. As
Yeah.
opposed to, let's just say, Uma Winter. It's like, no one likes the winter. Okay, let's kill it. Like, that's not fair.
True.
And I also called the fact that like Fuko associated her feelings of affection for Uma Spring by her affectionate feelings towards the season of spring. Yeah, that was just a phenomenal chapter.
Someone said, but I like when
I know, it's my favorite season too.
Fuck y'all, man.
On that note, I will get into the next chapter.
84. All right.
All right. 84. Asobi, let's play. The scores shall be shuttled in a decisive 3-round match. The winner shall take with them all the lives gathered here. Basically, if I win in this 3-round match, the people turned to trees and coins will return to normal. And I can take your core, right? That would be correct. And as for the game itself, we shall settle things with these. Those artifacts? Trinkets of the past. Artifacts amassed from the land of the rising sun. We pick from this selection and shall face in our showdown. How very thrilling. What? Is God talking? The sky, it's... How many years have passed since my last bout with man? Why I would ever give up something so thrilling is quite beyond me. For bringing this to light, I must give God my humble thanks. Spring? Lightning strike. That was a person, wasn't it? Oh, God, you dickhead. Stop this. These cherry trees are people who will turn back to normal. So send away the thunderclouds. That concerns me not. For that spring lightning, whoosh, and spring winds alike shall all be strokes of your great misfortune, unluck. What's with that wind? He clearly blew it straight towards me. Why is he so suddenly aggressive? God brainwashed him. Clothy, brainwashed? Even though he is a quest Uma, he had an interest in humans and held back his power. That's why God forced out his power and made him lose control. No, that's so cruel. You do know that we were created by God to torment humans, right? Being interested in humans is actually bad. But you're on our side, Clothy. I'm just being used, having my rules turned against me. I'm not like him. Umas and humans just aren't compatible. You're wrong. She's the MC, baby. That isn't true. Fuko, I was the same way. Just like you were hated for your blossoms bringing misfortune, I was hated for being a walking jinx. I couldn't play with anyone. So, many times, Bante has stated that love is the name of the game. I would also add on to that isolation is also the name of the game. Because God, I could feel like he could be lonely in this scenario, and he's just doing this to rebel against his creation. Or it could be he's so upset with people forming their own connections in his creation that he can't do that with others. Moving on. Fuko, want to play with me and the other teachers? We're playing dodgeball. Uh-huh. That's okay. I like drawing pictures better. The one is Hayato, and this one's Kaori. You're so good. Draw me too. Okay. Even gaining someone's affection was terrifying. When my grandpa, my last remaining family member, died, and my favorite manga ended, I thought death was an option, but come forth and touch me. You'll kill me with your unluck? Is that your plan, child? A frivolous act. This space we are now within. Bang, bang. I knew it. Shall take any outsider's interference within and negate that action. You can use my katana, says the severed Andy head. Still, you come toward. Do you not understand that? It is all futile. She climbs on the box. I managed to meet someone who went against my wishes and barged into my heart, all so he could get to know me. And that someone is Andy. Why is he an adorable little marble? Get out of there. Just like how Andy risked his life in order to get to know me, I'm going to get to know Spring. Yeah! Oh, is she getting all the various memories by touching all these things? That or the wind pressure is increasing. I can't really tell, but that is an intense panel. What does she think she's doing? Pretty sure that box has a ton of artifacts in it. You should already know then. Touching an artifact, if I just read the next page, that's my quirk. Next panel, get to know it if you're a fan of the channel. Touching an artifact causes an enormous influx of memories to enter your mind. She'll fry her brains and die. Not this one. Or this one. Is that an Eneru? Little drum behind him? It has to be somewhere. The memory that first made him care for a human. Goodness gracious, Fuko. You are the MC for a reason. That one precious memory he shared with someone. A little cup thing? I think this is a double spread. He just likes playing games. Ishin? And Ishin's not here. Wow. I got goosebumps. This double spread is immaculate. All it takes is one person, man. One person to change your life. This is suicidal. I don't know what her plan is, but withstanding the quantity of information an artifact holds without training is simply, yeah, whatever. Just believe. That's the way Fuko fights. She learns about her target, gets to like them, and drives them to death. It's the world's cruelest ability within the world's kindest person. And seeing how she's had to live with that all her life, there ain't no way she's gonna be dying here. This one. Let's play with this top. And once we do, I'll be able to like you even more. God, this series.
Now that was a chapter 2. Boy, that one, man.
Woo! I'm sweating.
Ishin, huh? Makes sense. I mean, with the whole samurai thing, and then Spring's talking about the Edo time period. He mentioned that. Damn, that's like
So
a
does
bar
that
right there.
imply-
Top is always sitting on top of Ishin, and then you got the top, this little spin top thing.
I was gonna ask, does that imply that Ishin is super old, or does this how do I put this? Does this imply that this was a previous loop's artifact? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you mean. He probably is pretty old still, though.
I mean, I can even see it to where like Ishin becomes the armor itself. So like undying armor.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see what you mean. That would be kind of interesting. but I do think he's pretty old. Probably. You know what though? I mean, because the Edo period is like I forgot how long, but I think it ends somewhere like in the 1800s or so. So yeah, he probably is like somewhere as old as or a little bit older than Andy.
Yeah, the Edo period is 1603 through 1868. So
okay. That's a long ass time.
So, I just realized he was
man.
just trying to show the villagers this little toy, and they were so scared of him. So he went to go play in the mountains.
Not gonna lie, bro. Ishin's stocks just went up, man. At first, he was like one of the members I just like was like whatever about, honestly. But like, it went up tremendously with that.
It took so much to not say anything about Ishin every time y'all were like, man, he doesn't do anything.
I'm sorry. I apologize. We were just, throwing out some jokes, but my God. Let's look at the chat here for a sec. The world's cruelest ability within the world's kindest person. That was a bar.
Yeah, this whole chapter is a bar. I swear. Damn. Yeah, I could definitely, like you said last chapter, I could see why people pick different chapters for us to do or react to. Like, truthfully, I can see it. I see it.
Oh, yeah, he did call him an amateur in combat, but maybe he's just a pacifist. Which, like, if he's the living armor, oof.
Yes, definitely. I agree with both of y'all. Kebab and Cookies.
Fuku's stops are moving up too.
Yes. Touching all them artifacts, I'm like, God damn, man. And then also, like in the beginning of the chapter, talking about how Uma's once again reminding us, like, yeah, there literally are, the ops to humans and to negators. So, like, God created them not for them to be friends of any sort. So it's literally forbidden for you to. So it makes even more sense why he's influencing Spring right now, because it's like, yo, you're not even supposed to do that. Nope. He's unwinding the toy.
So the fact that Fuko not only had to get all the memories from the artifacts just all at once, but she was able to process them and find the one she wanted is just insane. Like, that amount of willpower to keep pushing forward.
Yeah, I need to see more of that too.
I feel like it benefits her to kind of have been a loner on the outside looking in, because she didn't get the full experience of being a human. Because I believe it was Plato that said men are social creatures, social animals, in terms of we would likely go crazy, if anyone's seen I Am Legend, if we were the last person on this planet or the last person in any situation. So for her to have that kind of background, it just makes her that much more empathetic. And I feel like that's where her affection is really going to come in, because her level of empathy is just off the charts. Like, she cares about Umas, she cares about humans, she cares about Under, she cares about, likely at the end of it, she'll care about God. I know that's kind of crazy to talk about right now, but I can see it moving in that direction.
Because that's how Nico's squad even reacts to her. Like, she's talking to Spring, like, what the hell? So I could, eventually I could definitely see her talking to God, and which we already been talking about. Like, she's gonna be talking a lot to God. The energy for it might be a bit different. At first I thought she was just gonna rant to him, like, when we were watching anime. But now I'm like, okay, she might approach it very different. It just genuinely wants to know, like, what's your deal, man? What's your deal? Like, why are you doing all this? For what? Because you're lonely? Like, how I was lonely? Like, how you said in this chapter, being lonely might be the name of the game, too. Because, and what you just said right now, her not being social helps her with these kind of confrontations with anybody. Man, this volume was slept on? Someone? Wow.
This is great. I was going to say...
Probably one of my favorite ones you read so far.
I was gonna say I have a feeling that it's gonna remind me of Ed's conversation with the god in Full Metal Alchemist, to where there's gonna be a level of understanding at the end, like why God's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Because this god right here, what are you doing, dog?
So I remember in the anime when they went to Chikara's school and Fuko was like sitting in the desk and acting all weird.
Mm-hmm.
This is why she finally was in school. She had that experience that she first missed out on. I saw so many reactors not get that scene at all, and I get it because we haven't had this explanation, but there was
we got that though, right?
Y'all understood, yeah.
Sure we did.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, it's not like rocket science for that scene.
But,
okay.
But yeah, that is interesting because like, and then like even her love for like manga, for example, just being, you know, like, I mean, shit, all of us are manga and anime fans. You know, we have our times where we're just so focused on that, like, yeah, fuck everything else. This is this is what I'm paying attention to right now. All of us, literally us right now, everybody that's here in the stream, we're literally putting everything else aside for these 2 hours or so to read some peak. So it do be like that. But in her situation, it's a lot. Obviously, it's a lot. This is very different because she can't interact with other people because of her fear of, you know, having them die or whatever. And yeah, she's just a perfect MC. She's a perfect MC to like drive, like, you know, sometimes there's MCs I feel like nowadays where they try to make them a little too human and like too much of an underdog to the point where it's like eventually once they do get like a power up or something, it's not believable. But with Fuko, with her power, is very believable, but also her own philosophy and how she thinks in general, that also kind of drives the series as well. So that's why, you know, I know people like to shit on Naruto a lot with his, you know, how he handles situations, but it was actually good because he fought, but he also would tell his own philosophy. And he could still disagree with other people, even though he's trying to get them to stop. They might still feel the same way that they feel, but they still ultimately lose. So I like that we're getting that with Fuko as well. It's believable. But all right, what are we on? 85 now?
Yep, your turn.
All right, get straight into it. It's arc been really, because he's just so cool looking, so it works out. All right, let me go back. 85. Okay, chapter 85. Once again, another dope cover page. You see them dancing. I like this. This is dope. All right, the title is called Round 1. Okay. This one, we'll play with this top, and once we do, I'll be able to like you even more. Wretched negator. Vessel to all of us, rules, curses upon you. I thought this space prohibited any attacks outside of the game. Fuko, run away. Yeah, he about to swing. You will learn to love a rule? Utterly preposterous. He punched the floor. Let us. Yeah, he did. Oh yeah. I wonder if he was like kind of restraining himself a little bit because he was trying to still fight against God's power or control. Let us now commence. This is our decisive match. The top split in half. Oh yeah. Damn. He hit the. Oh goddamn. It's his time for round 1. Round 1, negate tops. Wow. The rules are simple. Whichever one of them should stop, go out of bounds. We shall both throw in our tops and they both shall clash. Or shatter shall be deemed as loser of this game. So they're playing Beyblades, man. It's Beyblades right here, man. Yeah, Cookie's Beyblade art. Yep. However, there is one thing that shall differ this from an ordinary game. That being, we shall summon forth vessels of our choosing here, and turn their bodies into tops for us to. Oh my god! I ain't gonna lie, you gotta get top, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he'll go crazy in there. You turn top into one of them Beyblades, man. Literally, his name is Top. You have to get top. Obviously, we're gonna see Andy. Right to left. Unmove, Unjustice, Undead, Untruth, Unstoppable, Unbreakable. Yep. But let thee be warned. Should the transform top shatter, then that means one thing: that person's life shall also shatter, killing them. What? First or second choice. You may decide the order in which we shall choose. Second, a very poor choice. That's a fair play. Let them choose first and assess the matchup, huh? Whoa, yep, Andy in there. If that is the case, I shall be taking Undead to use. Sick, this is new. This prevents you. This man, Andy is hilarious, bro. Like, this is new. All right, let's see. This prevents you from ever touching Undead to load him with Unluck, making that plan invalid. What say you, Unluck? What say you, bro? I be getting headaches reading him sometimes. At first, I was, you know, it was cool. I was enjoying it, but damn, bro, stop with these haikus, bro. I say thanks for picking Andy. That is what a firm bluff. I'll be choosing Unbreakable. Oh my god, yeah, makes sense. Oh boy, what? But that's crazy that he was able to get Unbreakable though. Why was Unbreakable like? What the fuck? Why am I here? I was not here originally. Sorry, Mr. Isheen, for calling you out of the blue. Isheen? Oh shit, there we go. Where art I? The song. That's funny. I'm about to have a spinning top battle with Spring. Tops? And I like to turn you into a top, Mr. Isheen. Sorry, die? He said if the top breaks, the person dies. Die. Okay, there we go. Die there. Okay, bet. But since Spring will be using Andy, if I use Unbreakable, then no one will die. Plus, I saw you in the memories of the top. Nay, I cannot. Do you know about Spring? Like, uh-oh. Mr. Isheen, not only do I know him, not his face is terror embodied. Okay. Wait, you don't know him? But the face I saw, it looked like you. It's hopeless, Fuko. Okay. So we're gonna learn about it. You're talking to the Negator. That's the biggest coward in the organization. Okay, they still talking shit about Isheen. Who doesn't talk shit about Isheen? You know what I'm saying? One that uses the excuse that their ability is too valuable to endanger to rarely take part in quests and remain a shut-in. He talking shit, calling him a shut-in. Unbreakable can only make things like weapons and simple cages. They can't make armor for others to wear or anything of that nature, and yet they're able to make their own armor. Pick someone else. They're simply, please, Mr. Isheen, lend me your help in order to learn. See, the MC is giving him some use, man. The slander is going in today. In order to learn more about Spring, I need your help. Everyone else's lives count on it as well. I beg of you. Fuko, oh shit. How are you able to fight? Whoa. I see you, Twitchy. On my phone. Huh? But that voice. Yep, figured. What? You didn't know? Isheen is a woman. Wait, really? I remember we seen Isheen's eyes at one point. I forget what episode, but I think I do remember seeing like a silhouette, but only eyes, which we're seeing now, but now we're seeing it more and more. Up until just recently, I thought that you, Chikara, and Top were just like me, but everyone keeps getting stronger, and I want to show that I can be useful too. But ain't that crazy? Like when you first see the Union, you would think Isheen he's like that, like she that Isheen, she's like that. She's big as hell, armored up. You wouldn't think that she would feel this way until obviously, you know, over time to get into this chapter, we see, because she even said Chikara, for example, like Chikara, he got stronger. Top, you know, they got stronger, but me, nope. Damn. And I want to show that I can be useful too, but I've been so afraid of not being able to make things right that I still haven't been able to make armor for everyone. I'm pathetic. That isn't true. You're unbreakable. Your Unbreakable has saved us so much in the past. Yeah, literally, it went straight to Billy. Yeah, you fucked Billy up. You don't remember? With that pillar. That alone isn't good enough. The first Isheen in the Edo period, or it went through Andy too. But anyway, the first, Made armor for everyone. Oh, okay. The first Ishin in the Edo period. The first made armor for everyone. Huh. At the end of the Edo period in the spring of 1868, yep, fourth year of the Keijo era, thanks to the soldiers clad in unbreakable armor, control of Edo Castle was taken in the Muketsu Kaijo, the Bloodless Siege. The truth was altered by the organization, but the Tanka poem scribed at the time has been passed down for generations. Tanka. My unbreakable shall prove through the course of this battle that I wage. The blossoms omen of God or of good, the warmth that spring holds within. Hmm. This is really interesting, man. This depth for this character out of nowhere, that's crazy. Damn. Wow. Got some history with that, with the Edo period, the ending of the Edo period, and them being not just Ishin, but and Ishin. Interesting. That's a nice poem. I'm sure that the first love the spring. Hurry yourselves up. Unluck and unbreakable. Tis now or never. Whoa. Mr. Sheen, the reason I'm able to fight is because I have everyone I hold dear to protect, and you can be just like the first. After all, you've been working so hard in the organization to this very day. I want to be like that, not just someone who makes weapons, but someone who can protect everyone. That's the unbreakable I strive for. Yep, she got her game face on. Now, which shall survive, undead or unbreakable? Onward to battle. Oh, that's fire. That's a fire ass panel. Beyblade, let it rip. We're rip at, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the love of the game, you gotta have rip turn to a Beyblade.
Read the little text in the lower left-hand corner.
On second thought, I cannot do that. Wow. Wow.
Ooh, this is some great stuff. Fuko pulled an I gotcha. They're playing.
My bad, baby girl, Ishin. My bad. My bad.
I immediately take that back. The next arc, it's going to be Phil slander coming to bite us in the ass.
Wow, low key. Damn. That's interesting. So now we got a lot more for the Ishin situation.
And this was somewhat hinted at in the chapter extras for Top Suit.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Can only stop himself by breaking his bones. And it was also mentioned that he has not yet received any armor created by Ishin. That would be the perfect upgrade for him. Unbreakable armor.
Yes.
You pair that with Nico's momentum absorption and the friction decrease. Perfect. Just perfect.
So we need Fuko in the suit going crazy. She can run her Iron Man shit low key, you know. Unluck, Iron Woman. Hell yeah. Yep, Tatiana shit. Yep. That was Nico's mother. Yeah. Okay.
So I guess this chapter also answered this isn't the original Ishin, it's just the same armor.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I'm like, damn, you that old? I mean, I guess so. But I was thinking, how could you be that old? I was thinking, when you were saying, do you just become armor? You start to become inanimate or something, or I don't know. That was a good chapter, man. I love the art in the series. It's so good on the eyes. Not hard to read or tell what's going on. It's perfect. All right, I'll let you take it away.
All right, next up, chapter 86. Now that grandfather...
I'm excited for that.
Oh, is it? Okay. My armor is... Now that grandfather has passed, the power of unbreakable rests within you. Okay, so it does seem that they are able to choose when it's in the world. So that's just something just immediately that I'm thinking about. Not you, father? That's right. From now on, your unbreakable will protect this village. Okay. Battle! Sign, on second thought, I cannot do this. Sorry about this. I'm being controlled by Spring. It looks like I'm taking action to help him win against my will. Is he doing a blood scythe from the Beyblade? Okay, emo. I don't wanna, but I'm going all out. Dead Blade, Waxing Moon. Wait a sec. Hold yourself back, Andy. Hee! What the? She's using the rubble for something? Oh, imparting the unbreakable to like a shield? Oh. Unbreakable crafting. Iwato Gakure Stone Door Conceal. Amazing. An instant unbreakable wall? But it is useless. The undead top shall continue to spin and spurt its blood all about, but unbreakable is left without means of attacking. Should you stay holed up indefinitely, then things shall grow worse for you. He's right. At this pace, Miss Ashine is going to be the one to let up first. Need a plan. And the heavens above are in quite the cross mood as well. Huh? Whoa! Andy! Miss Ashine! A thunderbolt? By chance, that wasn't my unluck. It couldn't be. Seems fortunate favors you not. What say you, unluck? Spring to conclusions. He's basically saying it was just by chance. In that case, an eye for an eye. What's the matter, Sheen? Your unbreakable is starting to wear off. If I lose, then I won't be able to protect Fuko and the Union staff members. It's always like this with my unbreakable. It's a yokai demon. Get Mr. Ashine here. Ugh. Mr. Ashine, we need your help. Take the children and run. So the first memoirs were true, were they? Father, that armor I still don't know whether it's properly unbreakable. Hide yourself. As long as I have your armor, I will prevail. No, you won't. You're dead. Why do you do this to me? Back up, Mr. Ashine. Protect the village. Save us, oh ancestor. Father. I'm sorry. If I could have just made it properly unbreakable. Nonsense. You helped save the village. Never lose to fear. Never lose to fear. Once you step past my corpse, god damn, then your armor will never again. Father! Cuts through the rock. I'm sorry, Father. As I am now, I can't even protect myself, much less my friends. Whoa! This blood, it's... No, it can't be. Her blood is going down into the arena. That's not going in there, so that's not cheating. Looks like you finally noticed it, Andy. I'm just attacking her. I'm not helping her. It's an attack. Clothy with the assist. Fuko, what are you doing? Miss Ashine. Now that Andy has touched my blood, I'm going to send a decent-sized stroke of unluck his way. You need to make an unbreakable shelter and withstand it. Fuko? Now I get it. You figured Ashine would keep on the defensive, so you gave me unluck via your blood. You can do that? No way. She would shed blood to protect me. The unluck will only send Andy flying. The stroke of unluck I'm invoking is... It's got to be lightning, right? It's not. A gigantic ball of hail. So what I said, that's what I said, right? That's a giant hailstone. Nay, I am quite sure that is a freaking meteorite. What now, Indy? Everyone's gonna get blown away at this point. Yeah, I can freaking see that. Couldn't you dial it back? I was trying in my mind, but this is what happened. Ugh. Damn it. If I could just move of my own free will, Fuko wouldn't get wrapped up in the crash. Ishin, the hell do you think you're doing? I'll protect you. Fuko, Miss Ishin, choosing to exit the ring of your own accord? What a fool you are. Do you believe in my unbreakable? I do. That's why I called you here. Thank you. Ishin, you mustn't lose to fear. Once you step past my corpse, then your armor will never again. My armor is unbreakable. She's a buff lady. She's a buff babe. Sick. Wicked sick. Unbreakable. Boom. Fuko, are you okay? A-okay. I mean, this is your unbreakable we're talking about, Miss Ishin. Yeah. Round 1, negate tops. Undead and unbreakable, double ring out. Help me out a little, will ya? Not happening. Due to unbreakable going out of bounds first. The winner is Spring. Damn. Unluck, you are quite the worthy adversary. She proved a point. She lost this round. Obviously, she won't lose the war, but...
She is muscle mommy. Yes, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. That's why.
What's your type? What's your type?
I got a lot of types, but that's just one of them ones. So it's very unique. It's rare. It's rare. You know. Damn.
She killed her father by not being good enough. Damn.
Muscle mommy superior. Superior.
Did you notice that not only did she save Fuko, she also saved everyone who turned into a coin? She built a shelter around herself and was holding both boxes of the coins in her arms.
Look at that.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh shit.
Sheesh. Fuko's like, I'm hurting.
I gotta see some art of her and Shin side by side, looking swole.
I mean, she was the tallest one of the union, right?
Oh yeah. Damn.
Oh, she's taller than Andy. Woo! That's my type.
I'm gonna say Andy. What, he like 6'3"? Or am I tripping? I don't know. I feel like he's 6'3".
That I don't know. What a chapter. What a volume.
My bad for the centimeter folk, you know. I'm American. I'm sorry. He converted for me. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, the Ishin stocks have reached peak. If you didn't buy the dip, don't buy the ascent.
I told you this was a stacked volume. Like, it's insane.
Mm-hmm. I like this, man, because like, once again, like when it comes to tropes, she essentially kind of like with Chikara too. I love that they don't drag this kind of thing out. Like, oh, drag out this whole cowardice thing with Chikara, or her whole like doubting herself, and that, like, I like that, you know, even though they still might have those traits within them, they still show up when they definitely need it. Because a lot of times in shonen, there's always like some kind of joke of a character that's trying to, like, in a serious moment, like, oh, they did something, but at the same time, it's like, well, I mean, it's kind of lame. In this sense, like characters like those two, for example, you're pretty satisfied by what, you know, you end up seeing, or the end result with them. So I appreciate that. And I'm always the person that always enjoy and point out when tropes are either twisted into a different direction, or they're just not used at all. Because I mean, I get tired of the same old, and in this case, it wasn't that at all. So she's 6'10". Goddamn, she is a power forward. Get her on the basketball court. Her screens
Get her
are
on the Pistons,
incredible.
please.
Her screens are incredible. You'll literally get injured if you run through her screens. It's GG's. God damn.
Oh, I'm sweating. Like, it is warm in here, but this chapter was hot.
Yeah, exactly. The development is real quick, which is dope because like we still got so much more chapters to go. So it's a lot of room for anything, and I like that we can get through with certain things within that chapter. It doesn't feel like it's rushed. That's one of my favorite things when it comes to anything manga or anime related. The pacing is good. It moves really well. The flow is well, and it's relatively quick. I'm a big fan of that. And of course, you can go at any pace you want. It could be a slower pace. Just don't drag something out to the point where it's like, okay, as a reader, we're not getting shit. And with this, we get it. All right, second to last chapter, 87. I'll get into it now, man. All right, let me go back. Okay. Color page or two, man. You better show up like this chapter. All right, go back. 87. Now that what's the title? Round 2, okay. Now that she's lost the first round, she's at the end of her rope. Eek. Pretty much struggling your life away with no chance of winning is not what I'd call being strong. Yeah, but guess what? Funko has changed. Yet another person. He's proving you wrong every time, Billy, man. It's like the same thing with Juiz. Like Juiz and Billy are really similar in a lot of ways. They're both pretty stubborn. But I like that. He like, see, I told you she would end up changing another person. I'm sorry, Funko, it's my fault. Don't worry, it was all because of my misstep with Unluck. If you get right down to it, from now on, Ishin's Unbreakable will grow even stronger. We can only hope. So Ishin, is it? That is the name that seems to jog my memory. That hair and carriage, I have seen them in the past. I'll give your armor back. You might touch one of the cherry blossoms after all. No, you can't. At least keep half of it. Huh? Uh-oh. Yeah. Uh-oh. God is influencing again. I see it. He gotta chill. Bro gotta chill, man. He gotta chill. It's starting to writhe in pain again. I've never seen any Uma act like that. Looks like Ishin is the key to beating it after all. Beating it. The way I see it, it looks like she just added fuel to the fire. His face got darker. Yeah, he just keeps on transforming. Is he about to go into fucking phase 4, bro? What the hell? Spring. For round 2, I shall be the one to choose the way we have our battle. Prepare yourself for a bout which shan't be in your favor. Let us now begin. Again, Mr. Sheen. Oh shit. Oh, everybody. Okay. For this is the negators. Whoa. Okay, everybody. Whoa, what is this panel? God damn. I shall bring myself to move so that I will never wait. With 13-man Karuta game. Okay. I should have read that after. Anyway, I shall bring myself to move so that I will never move. Till the day I plant my foot square in God's face, I shan't stop. Should that mean I am able to touch the bounds of your heart? Should I not make good on it, then I shall make you fall, God. I shall abide and protect that I shall swear my heart. I have sliced upon the eye an irreparable scar. Should I saddle it, struggle, or divine the fate of it? I cannot ever forget and suffer through the present. So please, you don't have to be filled with all that sadness. I shall live up to the call, all through eyes devoid of lies. I shall. Can he stop, bro? He needs to stop, man. Hey, Spring needs to stop. I shall search for a way to aptly repay the favor. Allowing you to perish is my vision of justice. I cannot voice my true wish of stopping him in this plan. Whoa, wait a minute. That's fire. I just realized, it just dawned on me. Like, I'm just kind of like reading. Like, He's talking about it, literally every single negator. That's fire. That's fucking fire. That's fire. That's fire. Those are my haikus, right? For everybody. That's fire. Those streaks of light came together like when everyone was turned into coins. Could it be? Yes, that is correct. Each negator story has been transformed into a Karuta deck's upper and lower poetry verses. Take the lower verse that corresponds with his card. From here in the upper verse, whatsoever takes the most shall be crowned this game's victor. The upper verses shall be read out aloud by you. Read away, Lord Billy. Fuko should have more knowledge of these negators than you. What are you trying to pull here? That shall not matter. I shall be victorious, you lowly vessels. You can read. You can. Hey, can you read Japanese? No problem. Let's get started. Round 2. Negate 13-man Karuta. Bruh, I'm definitely going to go back and look at those a little bit more. Like, I realized it towards like the end that he was talking about everybody, but I gotta read it a little bit more. I feel it's probably gonna need some more insight on everybody. Oh, yep. Yeah, yep, exactly. Hints at everybody's stories. Okay. The rules: once each player hears the upper verse card, they will pick up the corresponding lower verse card, with there being 13 cards in total. The player who collects the majority share of 7 cards will win the game. Here goes. Okay. My deceased parents. This one is me, Fuko. Yes, Fuko. Shall not be ashamed of what their son aims to be. It's Chikara. Okay. I shall bring myself to move so that I will never move. I shall bring myself to move so that I never move. Okay, that's interesting how this game is, how it works. I can't wait to see this in the anime. It's gonna look really, really cool. Fuko, that shall not matter. That's dirty. Okay, so yeah, it was Chikara. I said Fuko. Okay. But hey, all of them, I just wrote Tatiana. Everybody got some kind of parent death shit. Yeah. He meant all he needed to do was have Fuko search for the right card and then take it first. That saved me. Thanks, Mr. Sheen. Go for feints. If you do, then Spring will touch the wrong card. Yes, if she's going to win, she'll need to employ those tactics. Next up, my friend's dreams have been broken and gathered by me. That sounds a lot like Top's Pass. Yeah. So from my whole life till the day I plant my foot, square in God's face, I shan't stop. So, So I plant my foot in God's face, huh? Square in God's face, I shan't stop. Fuko, I know damn well you heard what I said. Fuko, Juiz next up. Yeah, obviously Juiz. She's the one that wants that. Gives God. What is it about Funko that you consider hope? Together we have cycled through eternity, so this is for you. Spring, 6 cards. Funko is 0 cards. Shit. Clearly he need one more. Well, she's gonna do the comeback. I'm a Warriors fan, and it sucks for me to say this, but she gonna have the comeback of the century. 3-1 type. But this is 06. She gonna come back. She got it. If he takes one more card, then he'll have the majority, and she will lose. Why isn't she following your advice in order to touch him? She's not making any feints, and she's purposely going in to get smacked. But that's when she does it. She's been touching him ever so slightly. Oh, right. Yeah, of course she's doing that unluck. Fuko is risking her life to charge Spring full of unluck. Will her unluck work on a Uma or a brainwash one at that? Hurry and read. That is an interesting question. Good question, Billy. Hurry and read the card. Fuko is not going to last much longer. For my life savior and his impossible dream. For my life savior and his impossible dream. Seems like it's gonna be a Billy card, huh? I shall lend my voice. Tella, okay. What do you talk? Why do you talk with that? You're a negator too. Use some critical thinking, Mr. Tella, huh? Then it has to be that one, Mr. Billy. An impossible dream means slaying God, right? Tella seems to think so, but if you're ruthless enough in your ways, nothing is impossible. What I think you need isn't ruthlessness; it's love. Love is the name of the game. You already know, man. It's what I've been saying, man. In fact, Spring once received someone's love and he suffered, opposed God, and tried to compromise with people. So what? Well, it's amazing, isn't it? A goose spotted once more. The same God that did nothing but impose abilities on us so far is trying to butt into a serious contest. We've gotten that much closer to them. All of us have. So is that card there the correct response to this? Tell me now. Look, it may be coming little by little, but we've got a chance. And while it may be an overly optimistic idea, I'm sure that this buildup of love will one day reach God. And I've been preaching this for a while now. Is that a stroke of unluck? That is a fire panel, by the way. Fire. Not only a human, but on a Uma. I'm sorry, Spring. I wasn't able to control my love, my unluck for Andy. But it looks like I can for you. A stroke of unluck worked, and that's why I'm not letting you take any more cards. Wow, what a chapter! This volume has been really good, man. I would say the first volume that we read was probably my favorite, but this one might be my second favorite now.
I'm gonna have to go back and just read some, but my God, this has just been banger after banger.
Well, 7 and a little bit of 8, like the halfway. Yeah, just about. But this one has been really good.
I knew with all the hinting and foreshadowing, Twitchy, that this was your chapter, that you were really going to appreciate this one.
Like I wasn't like fully reading all of the cards, but I was looking at some. I was like, okay, no that one, no that one. Whoa, what does that mean? That one. I have
I didn't really
on that eye an unrepairable scar, so that's why he wears the patch for rip. Should I saddle it, struggle, or divine the fate of it? I cannot ever forget and suffer through the present. We had some theorizing about Nico. Yeah, it sounds like him. So please, you don't have to be so filled with all that sadness. Allowing you to perish is my vision of justice. Obviously, that's Juiz. I cannot voice my true wish of stopping him in this plan. That's Tella. Shall bring myself to move so that I will never move. Chikara. So the day I plant my foot square in God's face, I shan't stop. That's top. Should that mean I am able to touch the bounds of your heart? That's the first one I don't know. Should I not make good on it, then I shall make you fall, God. That's got to be the balance power, right? And then I shall abide and protect. That I shall swear my heart. So that's obviously Ishin. So we don't know most of these. Who else got zoomed up? We had Mui. I think a Goo was in there. Latla.
I will say Goose is
what's Creeds and Usai's?
Shit, I don't know, man.
I know.
When I was reading it, I realized I was like, oh, it's for everybody. Like, I forgot which one I read. I was like, okay, yeah. I think the Justice one, I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. But not gonna lie, like, isn't it just about like half of them we wouldn't know?
I mean, I feel like we could get really close
to
like get most of these.
You know. Yeah.
I shall abide and protect. That I shall swear by my heart. Is that Mui?
Probably.
I think Mui might be that one, or Mui might be I shall search for a way to aptly repay the favor. Because she feels indebted to Shin. So I think that one could be hers as well.
I feel like that one could be Latla, though.
Let me see the people again. KU side.
Oh, maybe Mui is I shall live up to the call all through eyes devoid of lies, hence the truth. I feel like that one's probably
could be that one.
This is such a great double spread. I could literally have like an entire live stream segment, half an hour, on just this one panel. That's incredible.
So please, you don't have to be filled with all that sadness.
Maybe that's Lala.
So search for a way to aptly repay the favor. Shall settle its struggle or divine the fate of it?
Yeah, divining
what the
is
fuck would
another
be
way of
creeds?
fortune telling. So
Oh yeah, what is the creed one?
What the hell would creeds be?
Allowing you to perish is my vision of justice. No, that's Julius, but
I shall
feel like that
search
one
for a
also
way
applies
to
to him.
repay the favor. I cannot. I shall live up to the call. I shall live up to the call all through eyes devoid of lies.
keep in mind these are only half of the.
Yeah.
Half the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I
So
not
you got
make good
another
on
half
it, and I shall
coming
make
up
you fall?
potentially.
That sounds like some Creed shit right there a little bit. Should I not make good on it, and I shall make you fall, God? Because I mean, he wants to be like the ruler of all nations. Like it just sounds like he's shooting for the top. No pun intended. No pun intended at all. Shooting at the top. Damn, that was really good though. Great page.
I'm sorry, guys. We have been ignoring chat. We've just been obsessed with this double spread.
I've been peeping a little bit. I just haven't responded to it.
I have not.
Yeah, the fortune telling. That's one of my favorite panels in the series. This was cool. I wonder how they would do it in the anime. I mean, well, we've read quite a bit already, though.
Honestly, I would love it if they did a 1-for-1 reenactment. If they just had like these, kind of like those tatami squares for traditional Japanese in terms of like the walls. If they just put the text on it and they just like lined them up one by one.
Oh, you said the next chapter gonna give more? Bet.
Ooh, okay.
So, you got it.
Here we go, guys. Last chapter of the read through, and then we'll discuss a lot, I'm sure. Okay. Just make sure you guys can hear me. I have not changed anything, but all right. I have not started yet. You guys can hear me, just to make sure.
We can hear you. You're good.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Being overly cautious now. Okay. 88, swear by my heart. I think this buildup of everyone's feelings will one day reach God. Billy and Andy kind of looking on. 'Twas but a mere fluke. 'Twas a fluke that made lightning descend upon me. Unluck affects those who you love and them alone. It would never work on a being such as me. Why not? Because you're an Uma? That doesn't matter. Not if I've developed feelings for you. It's a wonderful thing, but also hard to bear. Several more strokes of unluck are going to be coming your way, and they'll help me prove my point that even people can come to love Umas. Just like the person who approached you in the past. Absolute drivel! I'll make that abundantly clear in the next turn. Here's the verse. Show me. I want to see whether your so-called feelings can really reach spring. The sin of killing my younger sister through my telling of fortunes. Telling of fortunes. That's Miss Latla. Should I saddle it? That one. Oh, the broom. That's what maybe that meant. That one. Struggle. Or divine the fate of it. No. Bakana. I told you, this isn't some fluke. This is my unluck. The fact that she is able to manipulate on a time delay when she needs it to, she has upped her unluck 7 or 8-fold at this point. When I come to like someone, whether human or Uma, I negate their luck. Next card! 'Twas I who let my loved one perish, and that I cannot forgive, so I have sliced upon that eye an unrepairable scar. Mr. Rip! Cherry Blossom, Clunk. Those days of my youth I had spent in love with an unsleeping princess. I cannot ever forget and suffer through the present. Okay, so I did guess that one. Mr. Nico, through process of elimination. The artifact box goes up. He who is undead has taught me very well in the shades that love takes. I shall search for a way to aptly repay the favor. This one's Miss Yusai. Oh, that taught you love. Okay. If it meant that I simply could not ever touch, then I would not mind. Should that mean I am able to touch the bounds of your heart? Tatiana, I'm surprised we did not guess that. Do you believe in me now that I've come to love you? People can fall in love with Umas, and Umas can do the same with people. You utter nonsense. Umas hate mankind, and mankind hates Uma-kind. Both beings shall be bound to negate each other, so that the mortal world shall manage to keep going round. Yes, for those are the very things decreed by God. For those are the rules. If those rules really exist, then why are you in so much pain? Let's continue. The next turn will bring the final stroke of unluck. God damn, she's walking away like a badass here. Double spread. There's only one last one. So you know that it's tied 6-6. It's going to be a rush to the finish. Fuko Izumo, 6 cards. Spring, 6 cards. And then there was one. No matter what pain may come, I assure you that I shall endure through it and move my legs no matter what. This round shall end it. Your total defeat, Unluck. I see. That card is meant for you. No. It's meant to kill the Uma bound by God that you've become with a stroke of unluck. Here goes. On a day in spring, those unbreakable teachings that I came to learn. You want to play with the villagers? Yes, I would like that. But all of them flee from me in fear once I come. Phrasing. Well, you have made a name for yourself as a blossom demon of misfortune after all. We've got to do away with the stigma attached to cherry blossoms somehow. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Right now, Edo is thrown out of whack because of the Tobaku something about the shogunate getting overthrown. And it's going to lead to battle. But I'm going to stop it with my unbreakable. I won't let a single drop of blood be spilled. This bloodless siege of the capital will mark the start of a new chapter for Japan, and your cherry blossoms will be there at the heart of it. Everyone, far and wide, will fall in love with spring. I shall abide and protect. Fuko touched it first. That I shall swear by my heart. Oh, he's crying. Oh, sorry. Spring. No, I am sorry. 'Twas God that had taken over so that I would take you and then kill you. Dude, this man's head is about to pop like a pimple. Ah! Oh God, I shall not do it. I shall kill man no longer. Round 2, negate 13-man Karuta. Winner, Fuko Izumo. Spring? Unluck, please, I beg of you. You need to kill me. And so begins the grand finale. Damn.
What a cliffhanger. Perfect.
Grand finale.
Love is the name of the game, man. But yeah, the added context to everybody's stories, dope. Interesting, Nico. Interesting. What do you say? A sleeping princess or something like that?
Yep.
For his.
Yeah, an unsleeping princess that he will never forget, or something.
Well, we do know that the manga had by his bedside a pill bottle that was open. And we know that that was censored in the anime. But what it might seem to imply, given the bags under his eyes, under my eyes, I mean, that he has insomniac issues. And his wife or daughter might have also had those issues. I'm assuming wife, though.
Random. We need a unloved negator. That'll be a new one God will throw out like boom. Oh shit.
New patch update coming this spring.
Exactly. You're like, no what? New patch. Patch 2.2.10.
Fuko had so much aura in this volume.
This is when, like, this arc is where you truly start to see Fuko become her own, like, and really step up as the MC and show why she can do things no one else in this story can. It's just the lengths she has grown is crazy.
I just love
I've
how
kind of always been confused.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was kind of confused of so with Rip, he was in love with Latla's little sister, or he was just saying that like.
I think he was her doctor.
Acquaintance, or okay.
And I think maybe because obviously Latla is a lot older than her younger sister, that maybe she, was attracted to him as a, hunky type of doctor, but
I think I read
because of the fact that they killed. Yeah. No, I mean, that could be the case. That's just how I'm interpreting it at the moment.
You will notice that they skipped some of the most important people's little haikus, like a goo.
Oh, yeah. Mostly under. Well, yeah, mostly under, I guess.
That's okay. I'm going to go back and I'm going to make like one of those crazy ball of yarn type of thumbtack.
Oh man, this is a great volume, man. I really enjoyed this volume. Really enjoyed it.
Okay, I know you both know what I'm talking about, but what is the scenario in which someone's running and they're crying and they don't want to fight, and it just happens to they're just crying out of frustration, like it finally boiled over. I can't remember the specific series that I'm talking about. It's where they're going to go punch someone.
It's
gonna drive me crazy.
heavy crying, I always just go to One Piece first, just because it always draws the crying panels in such an exaggerated way, you know. But I don't know.
I think it like when. Okay, I remembered what it was. When Fuko and Spring were charging at one another, it reminded me of the very initial Deku versus Bakugo bout. They just have so much emotion behind it. They are just at the point to where they're going to start to understand each other. And like, obviously, one of them is an adversary, one of them's the MC.
So in that last bout that they had, right before he started crying, what was the unluck that hit him?
The very last one. Where are we at? A rock? Or are you talking about after that?
No, like so starting at like from 12 through 15.
I mean, it's the power of flashback no jutsu, right? Like he
Yeah,
finally
memories.
remembered. Yeah,
Memories. Her unluck brought his memories to the surface. Like,
that's insane.
yes.
Dude, what is God doing? It's like,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. It's like, dude, what the hell? It has to be the whole love thing. Like, because the way I look at it is like, okay, you create all these things, right? But like, you are always trying to fight them, essentially, or like, like you're always trying to ruin things for them to make them oppose you in a way. Well, I don't know if that's like direct or indirect, but initially it's like, okay, you must have created everything without love, and then naturally humanity developed love, and that was something that was outside of God's touch, essentially, as God always is trying to, this is gonna sound weird, but touch and influence characters, giving them their abilities or amp up, almost like Spring, for example.
Page 16 just always breaks my heart because you get to see Spring as pure as he can be in the present day, not just in the past with Ishin, but in the present day just pure without God's influence right before he gets sucked back into it. It's awful.
why are we here? Just to suffer?
Unless God got some kind of split personality going, because a lot of this shit is contradictory. Because like, you do all this shit to pretty much ruin like our lives in a way, but at the same time you allow them to, unless he just doesn't everything that they can actually fight him and he's just like fucking around with them, but you also give them assistance. Giving Fuko unluck is crazy. Why would you give somebody that kind of ability, or any of these abilities, but especially with hers?
I've got an idea. Because of the very contradictory nature of what we've seen from God's actions up until this point, why are we under the assumption that there's only one God?
I guess the series kind of make us believe that based off of especially Juiz, I would say. Like, she is always beelining towards God, essentially. And then Billy, I can go against God. It's really the characters in the series that make us think that. But I don't know if there are multiple. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's. I just kind of feel like he's contradictory. I don't know why yet, but I feel like there's only one so far.
It was just a thought.
Because it doesn't seem like any interference between like another god that's interfering in this. I'm not sure. Maybe. Mm-hmm.
Have either of you watched Adventure Time?
No.
Bits and pieces, yeah.
Okay. So I'm watching it with a couple of my buddies IRL, and there is this absolutely cracked out plot line in which a scientist creates sentient life. They are called the Lemon People. And the Lemon People are just the worst. These Lemon People are cannibalistic. They are not only cannibalistic, but they are also the most purest type of little sweet, I must protect this child type of individuals that you've ever seen. And one of them eats the other one. They're brothers, and he becomes the king because he ate his brother. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, recency biased influenced on that, but
but yeah, man, Mata, yep. Create the weapons to kill yourself. I created these weapons for you. I gave you this gun, so shoot me or do whatever. Like, here.
That's a good point, Eduardo. I would say that, like, she might not know what specifically the final unlock will be, but throughout her whole interaction here, coming back down from 6-0, she's developing more feelings, more and more. Each time that she sees him getting hurt by the influence of God to put them both in this situation, she just feels bad for him, and it just continues to build up until that very last strike.
She'll go down as the best talk no jutsu / because there's a lot of logic with it, and she genuinely feels, like she has a lot of affection. And even like you said earlier, even when we have that conversation with God, she'll feel the same way about God. It won't seem like it's because a lot of people say, "Oh, that's trash, it's lame, it's asshole." Like, it wouldn't be, because we're already seeing all the early stages of it right now, to the point where we literally can see her in the future in game, where she talks to God and tries to, sympathize with him or empathize with him. Exactly, the power of friendship, that we need. Exactly, because it's her own philosophy, but also her power has influence in it too, and you don't see that often.
Yeah, and you also see her talking no jutsu and her changing literally everyone around her. It's not just like the enemies that she's choosing to talk to. She's changing each and every person one by one she comes in contact with.
Yep.
This might be somewhat of a hot take, but I will just state my opinion. I feel like Naruto does that better as a whole, as a character, than Luffy as a whole, as a character does in his world. It's close, but I just feel like Naruto has the more personalized impact on people's lives.
Oh yeah, because he can even relate to, like, he's a Jinchuriki. He can relate to Tail Beast.
Yeah.
I feel like it comes to, like, the relation part, like him being the sensei of Jiraiya, Nagato as well, and then you got the Obito situation, and for Luffy, it's not really. I think with Naruto, the reason why it's done better is because he kind of experienced the same thing, or at least he could have gone down that same path as a lot of the people that he has changed. For Luffy, it's more so like he just has the freedom to just do whatever he feels is that's just how Luffy is, and his is like more indirectly. I don't think he's trying to like change people's mind. He's not trying to do it. He just does it. But Naruto, I think he gets to a point where he tries to, because it's like, okay, wake up.
Yeah, I agree. Building off that, Naruto was alone for the longest time. He wants to connect with people. He wants to get to know people. He wants to be friends with everyone.
Ooh.
Whereas Luffy, he wants people to be free. He will give them freedom and he will leave. He doesn't want to sit there and be their friend. He wants to go on his adventure. That's what's important. He will give them freedom, let them do whatever they want and leave, move on with his adventure. He doesn't care about the connections.
It's like, I don't want to be a hero.
Fuko and Naruto, man.
Yeah. And it's funny, like I said earlier, it's funny how people shit on Naruto for that a lot. Honestly, I think Undead Unluck, it makes me respect it a lot more in Naruto now.
Agreed.
Because I don't know, it's one of those things where realistically, like in real life, right? I don't think. Well, I don't know if anybody's like this in the chat, but I don't think anybody here would genuinely just want to just fight somebody and just to prove their point or their ideals. Like you would want to talk to somebody before you want to fight somebody. Like, come on. I'm not like it's more realistic that way. Like Fuko's approach, Naruto's approach is more realistic, at least to me. I can speak for myself, but like the impulsiveness from like other characters trying to get what they want just by fighting, like I get is shonen, but it also goes outside the box of what you know from like typically from a battle shonen. So I respect it.
And Fuko took her licks this arc. Like she got physically damaged from this interaction with Uma Spring, and she's also gotten emotionally damaged based off of the pain and empathy that she feels for him.
And the mental damage from touching all the artifacts.
That too.
No, Fuko has earned her spot. Like this arc cements her as one of the MCs.
This was her moment for real. Because before it was just like, okay, she's aiding Andy, but now it's like, no, not even close. I'm doing this. I'm essentially doing it on my own. I mean, obviously she is using her her friends are helping her to get to the point, but for like the past chapters that we read, she's been doing it all on her own. And once again, the pacing in the series is so good because even like people from the from like Nico squad, everybody at the Union HQ, they're all with it. Like, okay, and Andy too. Obviously, he's like, I believe in her. Because usually in other series, it takes so long for other characters to start believing in the MC. Here, it's like, okay, she's been doing a great job. Her and Andy have been low-key carrying us within the last quest since they've joined. They've been doing a good-ass job, so why not believe in them? And I appreciate that.
I'm kind of curious that they haven't like gone up in the seat rankings yet. Is that because they got the round table taken from them, or they just haven't had time to re-rank?
I would imagine so. Just because the table was taken. Because at the very beginning, when Fuko and Andy joined, when Fuko started talking down to Juiz about how she was running things, Juiz said, "Come get my spot." And so,
yeah.
The one thing that I will say though, I can't wait for her to. I mean, she does face adversity. I mean, literally her own existence to live in isolation is that. But I can't wait to see the next person that will like really challenge her. That's gonna be interesting to see because she has her head on straight. So I want to see if there will be anybody that can break her. It might be through some other character, maybe like hurting somebody else. To get
Can you
to
elaborate
her
on what you mean by break her? Like break her ideals? Like, what do you mean?
Well, because even like maybe not break her ideals, but just challenge her ideals, challenge her stance or anything to the point where, because like in Naruto, for example, I'm gonna reference that again. There's times where he looked at it from the other perspective. He's like, damn, low key spitting. Like when Pain was giving his speech to him, he's like, oh, hold on, so wait a minute. He low-key spitting, and then he finally gave his answer later on. I think that would be cool to see if Fuko can be challenged in some way. I'm not sure exactly from what now because she seems like she understands like the whole love aspect once again. But I wonder if there will be anybody that she can't have that affection for. Because with Spring, it works out well. But what if there's a character or Uma or whatever where she feels kind of disgusted in? Kind of like what Shin felt with Fang in a way, where it just didn't really work out in his favor. I want to see if that will happen to Fuko later on.
Well, to build off of that, one thing that was supremely interesting, in my opinion, about this particular volume is that an artifact was explicitly linked to a specific person's memories. It wasn't memories of what happened to the world. It wasn't any sort of like end game scenario. It wasn't the whole story. It wasn't all the knowledge. it was particular to spring. So I'm wondering what kind of avenue we can use that to get the memories out of someone who doesn't feel like sharing, a la Billy. Like, what's going to happen to Fuko's ideals if she sees Billy's past? Now, obviously, Billy and Andy were fighting because they both thought that they were correct. Eventually, Andy was like, hey, go see my girl. She knows what she's talking about. But now it's like, okay, well, what happens if we see Billy's side? Do we, as the viewer, start to view Fuko's ideals as lesser? I don't know.
God definitely wants them to kill him. Not the more I think about it, because the fact that you gave Fuko this ability where she literally can't actually socialize with people, at least like in person, because she's afraid that Unluck will strike if she touches them or whatever. So it's like, out of all the abilities that he has granted to people, they still manage to, be able to have friends and stuff. Like Tatiana, for example, that was like probably the closest one, like, just before Fuko, where it's like, okay, you can't really interact with her. But like, it's gotten to a point where it's like the fact that you push this girl into isolation, it kind of, I don't know if he did it on purpose or is this like a big ass accident, because stuff like this, for example, like actually essentially befriending in a way, Spring right now is like, he would have never thought that that would happen in a million years, or he probably did think that some shit like this was going to happen, because like
exactly,
it was so, what's the word I'm trying to use, like, it feels like a script, damn near. Like, you gave this girl this ability, and this ability literally is going to be your demise in the end. Because she's able to see different perspectives. She's able to think differently from everybody. That's why Andy is trusting her and telling Billy, like, yo, she be changing people. Other people can't really change other people. Like, with Joey, she's stubborn. Like, even Victor, her own lover, couldn't get her to change her mindset. And then Billy right now, too. Like, it doesn't seem like anybody can stop his goal either. So, but Fuko's one of the ones that can, because of her experience of being in isolation, which God also, I'm assuming, is in isolation as well, based off of all the actions that he's done in the series so far.
Well, I mean, that, or it could be like what you used to have. Like, God doesn't always have to be the God in all scenarios. Like, he could have had a normal relationship. So let's just say he used to have a lover, and the lover just kind of got to know what we know as the God, and either, broke up with them, like ran away from them. Like, could you see, because we've also kind of speculated that Fuko's power is godlike in the way that it acts. Like, if Fuko was the fated lover of God from the original loop, and then this might have been like a personal, okay, I'm going to give the Unluck power this ability to kill everyone around you so you can feel the isolation that I felt.
Mm-hmm. You guys are right, though, about Fuko. She would have committed suicide.
I think she often does, or always has.
If Andy didn't come in. But it's just funny, because then it makes God look like an idiot then. It's like, either he looks like he's intelligent by creating this master plan to essentially kill him in the end, or he's a complete idiot because he doesn't think that there's any possibility of a team of people, a person that can challenge him. And giving somebody that kind of power is risky. Whatever, like, even if he thinks, oh, well, they'll just probably kill themselves because they can't live with that. Then things happen. Like, you don't ever, think it could happen.
It kind of just hinges on what Twitchy was touching on earlier in the night. Like, are the powers granted by God, or once they're in the world after that first granting, are they chosen who they go to? Like, why did Unbreakable get passed on to Missishin from her grandpa, but Top was chosen by God? Like, what is the difference there?
Interesting.
So I think that whole thing kind of hinges on kind of what we can attribute to God and what we can't.
It's also in terms of like the transference of power involving death, but yet God makes an undiable character. It's like you make it okay to transfer the power. You think? I don't know.
Only because now that Sherm mentioned once again about grandfather passing on, like in that panel we didn't see no blackness, right? It was nothing. It just kind of transferred to, like, we skipped back to the present. It didn't show anything there for when it's Sheen when they got the unbreakable ability. And for Mui, too, right? I don't think I remember seeing like black around the panel. No. I'm just thinking that maybe there could be a difference there. Like maybe there's another god, because to kind of signify, like, okay, once you see the black, that's the one that's on that bullshit. Or at least it just shows that, okay, this is, I don't know. Like if it is one god, either he's just on the bullshit at the time, or if there's two separate gods, and that kind of signifies that they're different, because one has the black shadows around and the other one doesn't.
So to answer that, Eduardo, I don't think it's immediately knowing that someone has a negator ability if it is passed on like purposely by the previous holder. So say, for example, Ishin's grandfather, like when he died, he might have chosen her as the next unbreakable, but there might not have been any signs, or she might not have known how to use it for a certain period of time.
Maybe God really is just bored. He just wants to see.
It could also be that 100%.
By giving you guys this adversity, I just want to see if you guys can ever defeat me. Just because when you think about it, right, it's God's creation. So in a way, he's kind of challenging himself. He created things to beat himself. He's God. God, theoretically, you would think God can't die or anything like that. So maybe he's challenging himself. I created these things that may in the end kill me. Who knows? He's making like this concoction of people and Umas and all this stuff to one day maybe challenge them if they can. But if they can't, then I'm just going to keep toying with them. He's like a scientist. He's just trying to look for. He's putting chemicals together and seeing what happens, basically.
It's a good point. Her dad knew she had it, but she didn't know until he told her. Yeah, that seems very much like above her.
Yeah.
Huh.
I just had a feeling. No. I don't know. I just thought you did.
This volume is just ripe for the theorizing all over the place.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even for literally every character, since with the whole those two chapters, when we're getting some of the characters' backstories and whatnot, like, yeah, damn.
And like you said, with the pacing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Twitchy.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, and like you said, with the pacing in this volume alone, we had the fight between Andy and Billy concluded. We had rounds 1 and 2 of the spring fight with Fuko. Like, it's just moving at miles a minute, but it doesn't ever feel rushed.
We got Ishin's backstory. In between that, we got an entirety of like a conversation between Billy and Andy. There's so much in this volume.
Yep.
Okay, so the last point we can kind of touch on, we're getting a little bit long here, but this is a great volume, so I don't mind. I think it was, who was it earlier? I think it was Mad Mata. He wanted us to talk about Billy's ideals and Billy. What we thought about that. Yep. So basically, he was saying that only the strong should fight God or attempt to fight.
I mean,
leave it to me.
If somebody came to me and told me some shit like that, I'm like, you're not wrong. Like, if I'm weak as hell, but you know, on a simple part of it, like, okay, you're not wrong, but he's also like, you're underestimating like a whole bunch of other people.
What it immediately reminded me of was Rengoku and the conversation he had with his mom. Because you are strong, you need to protect. And you are doing others and yourself a disservice if you do not do that. So I wonder if Billy feels like a sense of responsibility because he has this seemingly godly ability to where he can copy or use multiple abilities at his choosing.
Yeah, that whole conversation definitely just confirmed that his ideals are good. Like, his intentions are good. He wants to protect people. He will make sacrifices he deems necessary, but he's doing it for everyone who will survive. You know, he's trying to bear it all because he can have multiple abilities. He can be strong. No one else has to do it.
That's why I love his dynamic with Juiz, because they both similar boats, but like for different reasons.
Not only that, but like one believes in one for all, the other one's all for one. It's like, what side of the coin do you want to? Yeah.
Well, like how they, you know, their own ideologies are a little, you know, like, okay, it's a little extreme. Like, you guys obviously know you need help in the right way. So basically, Billy is like, are you God because you like to ruin people's lives, or do you ruin people's lives because you are God? He's ghetto, bro.
Monkey.
Yeah, I feel like Billy feels like he himself has to isolate his heart from others because of all the graves that Joey's found him at initially. Like, he's already tried it her way, and he had to watch as all the other people died. His friends, his lovers, his comrades.
Or what if God really isn't like giving them the ability? It's like, how can I explain it? It's like, it just so happened that in that moment, these characters felt the complete opposite of what ended up happening, and then it just triggered that. Like, he set up an alarm essentially, like, for everybody without actually, like, how can I explain it? It's like, think of Top, for example. Not an alarm, but I was trying to think of like a trigger, basically a trigger for everybody.
Oh,
like,
okay.
everybody wanted to do something, and then the opposite in the, like, with Top, for example, him wanting to like stop made him, the ability came in and it made him go. Like, everybody does something, like Tatiana, untouchable, right? Birthday, parents, hugs, all that, and then boom, that comes out of nowhere. It's, we talk about this a lot about it being, it seems like God is purposely doing it at like just the worst times ever. But what if it's just so happened that I don't know.
The phrase is like, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Like, purposely, because of these people having these experiences, it just so happens that they get the abilities in these scenarios.
Yeah, and it's from God, but it's not from God. If you know what I'm saying, like, he's not doing it himself, but he's already set it up that way. Yeah, it just so happens that that's just like, I guess, the rules of existence. That just happens. You get the ability just at the worst time possible because you want to do the opposite, essentially.
So it's like they were always predestined to have these abilities. It's just they showed up when they didn't want them.
Exactly. or want to do the complete opposite, because it'll be a little too much where it's like, okay, he's just doing it at the worst time. Like, how could you manage to do that?
But this volume, we saw 3 instances where he directly impacted.
No, I know for sure. But I still feel like, I don't know, it was a little different here because it was mostly for spring, and he created spring for the reason, he created almost to literally go against humankind.
I already feel like I need to do a reread. We're not even 90 chapters into this story. I feel like I got to start from the beginning all over again.
Real bad game of Russian roulette, yeah.
Well, as Townsy has been telling you, when he hits that reread, it is going to hit.
Don't doubt it.
They became a God apologist before becoming Sean apologist. Hey. Actually, you know what? Actually, hell yeah, man. Fuck Sean, man. He worse than God. Put him on a tier list, he's worse. Fucking Sean, man.
3-eyed loser.
All right, I guess it's time to wrap it up now.
We appreciate you, Sherm, again for being here. All your insight.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all letting me join again. So thank you guys, and thank you, chat. Y'all have been great tonight.
Always appreciate it. Yes, sir. And there's always the same crew of people coming in too. We really appreciate that, man. Tell them what time it is, where you guys are at. I know for cookies, isn't it like shit? It's like early morning over there, isn't it? What is you doing? What was it, like 5? I don't know. Bad math. I'll shut up.
Yeah, but we did have some new faces in here.
Don't worry about it.
No, Gavin, he's new subscriber to the channel. He was in here for a little bit. We had she was here for a couple of comments where, man, you guys interacted a lot with us.
Undead Unluck second manga, unseen, unchanged, bro. Stop.
Not again. You try to copyright that, Lauren.
I'm just thinking a remix of the first opening, like in my head is playing, and it's like Sean and fucking Gina. Fucking Sean, bro. And I'm thinking about the endings too. Sean.
No.
Hell no. Sean, bro. With his stupid ass third eye
there, with his third eye opening up.
You see the smoke in his eye, and then he has to like blink. Stupid. Unavoidable love. Oh yeah. Unavoidable. I ain't gonna lie, man. You might be worse than Sean, dog. That boy dead. That boy is gone since what, episode 2?
I mean, we know we're gonna get into another loop. It's just whenever the mangaka decides to
get
there.
You're right.
That's like literally we're talking about a rewatch. When we get into like the remix of Undead Unluck for this next loop, it's gonna be one last ride. Avengers Endgame. There's only one way to win. I feel like Void, maybe Gina, they're gonna have some more screen time, and it's just gonna be a joy to watch.
Sure. Especially Gina, she gets brought up so much. And Unavoidable, yeah, his stocks are gonna go up. He or she, whoever in that loop is gonna go up.
It's not your fault.
Next, you know, one of the core members, you get the shit into the stick in the next volume. I mean, the next loop.
I mean, it's going to be really interesting when things start changing. It's like, oh, we have someone else betray us now, or oh, we have different rules coming in before others. What do you mean there's no fire in this world? There's going to be some fire stuff in here. I just know it.
Yeah. Y'all think Sean is gonna get killed again next week with no development?
Yes. Yes.
That would be hilarious. I'll laugh. That would be the funniest shit I ever like watched or read. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna be
Unbeatable.
like the laughing at the grave meme. We're just gonna be pointing at him. He's gonna have X's through all three of his eyes.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna pop up on one of these streams with a Sean shirt. Watch.
All right, guys, we will wrap it up there. Vontae, you want to end us up today?
All right, you guys know the drill, man. It's been how long has the stream been? About to be 3 hours, 5 minutes. About to be 3 hours. Damn. Okay. Well, we will be here. We'll keep you guys updated in the community post all the time. Every week we're gonna have a stream. Sometimes there'll be 2 streams in a week. But or weekend/week. But you get what I'm putting down. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a good one. So please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys in the next stream. And Sean. Just get out of here. Anyway, peace.
Peace.
Good.
Sean's a gone.
Fucking Sean, bro.